I'm officially an old, and I mean old, PC building veteran. Right beside me is my son Braden and a first-year computer science major at Embry-Riddle, and the reason my Steam library is 90% competitive shooters.
What's up?
Today we're testing a relatively new update to a secret weapon you may not know about that is supposed to get you on target faster and create a smoother, more pinpointed aim. It's all about the NVIDIA Reflex technology running on the ASUS Prime RTX 5060 Ti. I'll build the rig and Braden will dive deep into Marvel Rivals, Counter-Strike 2, and Fortnite. By the end, he'll tell us whether Reflex feels more responsive or if it's just marketing hype. We're keeping this practical. One PC, two settings, native and Reflex on. While Braden frag tests, you'll see instant context. You should be able to watch the click to muzzle flashback shrink. However, if it's hard to tell on video, you'll just have to see his reactions. Type the game you main in the comments. Is it Marvel Rivals, CS2, Fortnite, and then type Reflex if you're already using it.
So I haven't really played CS, so forgive me if I'm not amazing at it, but I do vaguely know how to play it, you know, stand still and shoot, so it won't be terrible, just mostly terrible.
We're aiming for 15 milliseconds PCL, also known as PC latency. This is a sweet spot for competitive shooters. Although 25 milliseconds is good and considered playable competitive, a baseline 10 to 15 milliseconds is where most tournament class rigs land today and is noticeably crisper than 20 plus. 8 milliseconds is that cutting edge, single digit latency you see on high FPS RTX 40 and 50 series PCs. That was excessive.
It's perfectly normal.
In CS, we're already in single digits due to the raw power of the card, but in a minute we'll toggle on Reflex to see if we can further lower the latency. How did you not hit him with the pistol that close?
No idea. This is still like so foreign to me, I have no
Point
idea
blank.
what I'm doing.
Just missing. I just go back to machine gun, just let loose.
Yeah.
You're bound to hit somebody with that.
Yeah.
All right, turn Reflex on. How's it feel?
Feels a lot better. You can really feel how your mouse is exactly where your crosshair is. The exact same on the screen as the input.
Ooh. The ASUS Prime RTX 5060 is a cost-effective card with high performance. ASUS is also the sponsor of this video. It's a 2.5 slot triple fan cooler with a single 12-volt 2x6 plug, and under the shroud, it has 16 gigabytes of next-gen GDDR7 and a 2.7 gigahertz factory boost. Translation, plenty of muscle for high refresh rate panels without melting your budget or your temps. All right, we've transitioned to Marvel Rivals and native, and we're getting anywhere from 18 to 21, so let's see what we can squeeze out of it. Turn Reflex on, go ahead. We're definitely at a lower average of 16 to 19. Before we jump into Fortnite, let me explain how this feels. Here's some quality of life you'll feel immediately with low latency. 1, mouse felt weight. This is the perceived heaviness or lag in your mouse movement, especially when aiming. It's not about physical weight, it's how connected or delayed the crosshair feels. 2, reduced overshoot. Because the image updates sooner, you stop flicks earlier and waste fewer frames correcting. So let's break it down and turn dropping 17 milliseconds into frames. How much sooner do pixels change? This means on a 240 Hz monitor, your shot, peak, or flick reaches the screen 4 whole frames earlier when you go from 25 to 8 milliseconds.
Yeah, I build on controller, so feel free to make fun of me.
Yeah, boy.
Is that a little shark backpack?
Yeah.
All right, so we're averaging 18 to 21s in native mode. In a sec, we'll kick on Reflex.
What the hell are these things?
All right, turn Reflex on.
I'm gonna pick the boost.
Nice. This put us in the 13 to 15s, right where we want to be.
Find the boss. Big boss Rick Ross.
He keeps running away.
Go under that 15 milliseconds. What's up?
Dude, fine.
Yay. You feel good?
No. It's just...
So overall, we already had competitive level latency on this setup thanks to the GPU. But even getting an extra 5 to 10 milliseconds average on some of the games we played still makes a difference. So Bray, what'd you think?
Oh, I thought it felt much better. I mean, it felt a lot more responsive. My crosshair was going exactly where it wanted to. I especially felt it on CS2. We had lower latencies and hitting headshots felt amazing.
Nice. Good. I'm glad you felt it. So as you can see, if you're rocking an NVIDIA GPU, all the way back from the GTX 900 series, all the way to this current gen RTX 5060 Ti, you can enable Reflex for faster, more responsive gameplay. Of course, I'd recommend upgrading to a new RTX 50 series if you can, but give it a try on your rig how it sits now. Thank you for watching, and until next time.